Ed Gonzalez, Harris County Sheriff, joined here by Assistant Chief Tommy Diaz and Major John Nanny. This morning at approximately 1:49 a.m., the Harris County Sheriff's Office District 2 Patrol received a call for service, an in-progress call regarding a possible burglary of motor vehicle that was occurring here on location. Soon after, within a short time span, our first deputy arrived on the scene. He arrived, he met with the reportees of the incident, and then began searching the location here for possible suspects. When he arrived here on this particular street, he spotted a couple of males that were walking, fitting the description of the suspects in the burglary call. As he exited his patrol car to kind of encounter and just kind of determine what was going on with the males, one of the male started running, and then a third male that was there, produced a pistol, firing at our deputy. Our deputy immediately retrieved his pistol and began firing back, striking the suspect multiple times. The suspect collapsed on scene. Our deputy was injured on his arm, but very proud that he was able to stay in the fight, continue to engage and protect himself. Once the suspect fell to the ground, he was able to hold him at gunpoint. As units began to arrive on scene, our units immediately began attempting life-saving measures or just to kind of tend to the wounded suspect. The wounded suspect was eventually transported to a hospital. His condition is still undetermined. It probably between fair to serious, just because he will be undergoing surgery, but he was conscious, he was okay. So just from preliminary information, we're expecting him to make a full recovery. And then the deputy, I checked on him. I just checked on him at the hospital. He's in good spirits. He has a wounded, injured on hand, but he's in fair condition. Met with his wife as well, and he's, again, in good spirits and doing well. Thank God. We're glad he's okay. We believe that the wounded suspect is a juvenile, described as a juvenile Hispanic male, approximately 16 years of age. The other two suspects fled on foot from this location, and they have not yet been located after an extensive search of the area. So we ask that if anybody has any information about this or the whereabouts of the other suspects, we'd like to know. They could always call Crime Stoppers at 713-222 TIPS. This is still an active investigation. All of this information is still preliminary. We've been able to corroborate some of the information, and it does appear that the males, again, were allegedly breaking into vehicles here in this neighborhood. It was evidence from some of the information we received that they were displaying the pistol earlier. So again, very scary situation that transpired out here. Again, we're glad our deputy's okay. It's very frustrating to know that people are out here right before Christmas breaking into vehicles. We understand our citizens that are very frustrated with, burglaries and thefts that are occurring all throughout our region, and it's something that we're going to continue to work hard to try to stop. But very dangerous situation, and these suspects are out here breaking into vehicles and now shooting at a cop. That's wrong. That's bad. It's got to stop. I don't want my deputies getting hurt out here while they're out here doing their job. Our deputy has been with our agency now for a total of 6 years. 3 in a previous assignment where he worked as a detention officer, and I'm told he's been now on the law enforcement side out here on patrol for 3 years. I also want to commend his actions because they said when things transpired, again, like I said earlier, he stayed in the fight, he stayed engaged, he didn't retreat, and he was calm throughout it. He was able to put out the information over the radio in a very calm manner, wasn't panicked, did an excellent job. And also the first sergeant on the scene, Sergeant Reyes, also acted swiftly. He saw that our deputy was bleeding out. EMS had not yet arrived, so he loaded him up in his patrol car and was able to get him quickly to a hospital to kind of make sure that we stabilized his situation. And again, we're glad he's going to make a full recovery. So kudos to all the team out here, the team that's out here holding the scene right now. Well done by everybody, and that's the information we have right now. Is anybody doing Spanish right now? Okay, briefly in Spanish, and then I'll just and then.
No.
Okay. Esta mañana recibimos una llamada en esta comunidad de que habían sospechosos que estaban tratando de cometer robos en autos. Entonces llegó nuestro oficial aquí en esta comunidad para tratar de localizar los sospechosos. Al estar en búsqueda de los sospechosos, encontró a 3 individuos que estaban caminando por esta calle que eran similares a los sospechosos del caso inicial. Entonces él acercarse a ellos comenzaron a huir. Uno de ellos sacó una pistola y le disparó a nuestro oficial, lo hirió en su mano, pero nuestro oficial con mucha fuerza siguió adelante, pudo defenderse y le disparó varias veces al individuo. El individuo cayó ahí en la calle herido, entonces lo pudieron trasladar a un hospital. Nos dicen que el chavo es un adolescente de 16 años, fue baleado varias veces, pero parece ser que se va a recuperar. Y nuestro oficial también está en el hospital y también está en buenas condiciones y también se va a recuperar de sus heridas. Entonces estamos muy contentos de que nuestro oficial va a estar bien. Él obviamente está aquí protegiendo a la comunidad y gracias a Dios que todo va a salir bien. Pero muy triste de que hay personas aquí antes de estos días navideños tan especiales que están cometiendo robos en la comunidad. Entonces queremos ponerle alto a eso, pero gracias a Dios que va a estar bien nuestro oficial. Any questions?
The two suspects that took off, do we have any reason to believe that they have a gun, that they pose any sort of danger to the community?
Well, as of now, we believe there were a total of at least 3 suspects. It appears all 3 were on foot, so they may be very local to this community. Not to say there's not a getaway vehicle or something, but the fact that at least one of them was armed and were committing, serious crimes out here, that's always concerning. We did an extensive search out here to no avail. The 2 have not been located. So again, that's where we always make that plea to our community. That's always so helpful that if they know something, if suspects are hiding out until we leave, we need to know if they're hearing any suspicious noises in their houses or anything, because the fact that at least one of them was armed, we have to assume that the others could possibly pose a danger as well.
The officer that was injured, or the deputy that was injured, was he taken to the hospital by an ambulance or by a patrol unit?
By a patrol unit, yes. I spoke to the sergeant as well. The EMS he felt was just taking a while to get out here, and so he acted swiftly. He made a quick decision, saw that he was bleeding out, loaded him up, and was able to get him to hospital. So I talked to that sergeant, commended him for his swift actions and getting him there quickly. The main thing is, look, our deputy's alive. He's going to eventually recover. He's in good spirits right now, but that's what happened.
And not releasing his identity yet?
Not yet. I think they were still trying to contact some other family members, so we're giving a bit of time for that. But his wife was there at the hospital. I visited with her, and so again, we're relieved that he's going to be okay.
Could you talk a little bit about the fact that anytime a firearm is discharged, there's an investigation that happens? I'm assuming that this deputy goes on some sort of administrative leave, right? There's that natural process that happens.
Yes, there's a standard protocol that we follow, so it's an extensive response. Anytime this happens, we want to make sure that everything's documented properly. So the Harris County District Attorney's Office will be on scene as well. Our homicide unit is also on scene just because they'll investigate any deputy-involved shooting. And then, there'll be all the other standard protocols that we follow, to make sure that deputy is okay, that we could review this case properly, and that everything was acted in accordance with our standard operating procedures and policies, and that it's all work, separate investigations, but very detailed.
Do you know if there have been recent calls of service to the area for a group of people going around and looking through cars, that sort of thing?
I don't know specific to this area. I checked with some of our other deputies. They said it's typically a very quiet neighborhood. We do get some suspicious vehicle calls. We do get this type of nature of calls here, but nothing generally that's violent. But we haven't checked right now to see if we have anything more recent. But I'll say in general that burglary motor vehicles out here in this general area do tend to be a problem, not only here but across the region. And again, it's very unfortunate because, look, people work hard. It's the holidays. It's just in this case, it appears to be teens that are out here just going through a neighborhood, breaking into cars, but it's a dangerous situation to happen. It could be a homeowner that comes out and encounters the suspected thieves, or in this case, law enforcement getting injured or having to encounter them as well. So just, and ask the parents as well to make sure that we're talking here about a 16-year-old suspect. Parents need to be involved. They need to know what's going on with their kids, not have them out there in the middle of the night. This call dropped at almost 2 a.m. When I was a teenager, I had to be home, and so parents need to know where their kids are at. Uh, los padres tienen que saber dónde están sus hijos, los adolescentes. Por lo menos uno de los sospechosos tiene 16 años de edad, tiene que estar en casa. Los padres tienen que saber y poner ojo dónde están sus hijos a toda hora.
I think this is my last one. We believe that the two that ran off, do we think that there may be teens as well?
That's our general information that we have. I haven't confirmed that. I don't know, Chief, if we have any other information yet. I don't think we do. We're trying to identify who they are. But just on the preliminary information we're going by, it appears that they're, mid to late teens is the description we received. At least 3 of them.
All right.
Did I ask
Everyone
it
good?
all? I think I asked it all.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.